Okay, welcome to another episode of Kingdom Man Daily. I'm Estan Swaby. So the question is asked today is what role has forgiveness of yourself or others played in your own healing journey? So forgiveness was something that I struggled with, right? I struggled with forgiveness. Like I found it there was a time I found it very hard to forgive someone because I thought that if I forgive them, then that meant I was like letting them off the hook, right? Then they would not be responsible, right? And so I even thought that it was foolish, right, to forgive, especially when someone really hurt you badly. But then I started to realize that not forgiving the person was affecting me emotionally, mentally, right? And it was stopping me from really enjoying life, right? Stopping me from getting into new relationships and enjoying a relationship and stop like thinking, okay, that person's gonna do the same thing that that person did, right? Um, it affected me spiritually, right? Because I could not like because I was holding on to like things that people did, right? It was stopping me from growing spiritually, right? I remember there are times when like someone who do something that really hurt my feeling, right? And I would like struggle to forgive them, and I would see them like worshiping, I doing working for God, and I was there like, didn't this person realize that she said something that hurt my feeling, right? And so while I was holding on to what they did, right, they were there living their lives, right? And so I had to make a decision that I'm going to let go of it. Like I had to love myself more than I was willing to hold on to that hurt, right? Because when you don't forgive, right, what you're doing, you are punishing yourself. That's one of the things that I learned, that when I don't forgive, when I don't free myself from that hurt, from that offense, right, I am actually hurting myself. I'm actually stopping my own growth. I'm hindering myself from being happy, right? And so I had to learn, right, and it wasn't easy in the beginning, right? I had to learn to forgive, right? And sometimes that meant having a conversation with that person, say, hey, you hurt my feeling. But then one other thing that I realized is that sometimes even when you let the person know that they hurt your feeling, they might not think that they did anything wrong, right? They might not repent or ask for forgiveness or whatever, right? But then you have to still make that decision, because someone do not have to repent. Sometimes we think that the person have to apologize or repent for us to forgive them, right? But what I think that I realize about forgiveness is that the person doesn't have to repent. The person doesn't even have to know that they offended you or they did something that hurt you, right? Because forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about you, right? And so sometimes what I did was going and talking to them, or even if it's not about what they did, but just having a conversation with them, being around them, like hugging, little things like that. It releases you after a while, right? I had to also ask God to help me to forgive, right? So prayer, that's something that I did. And just making that decision every day that you're not going to not holding that person hostage, because you're really not holding that person hostage, but you're holding yourself hostage. I had to make that decision that every day that I'm not going to continue to hold myself hostage. I'm not going to hold my future hostage because of what someone else did, right? I have to love myself, and forgiveness is a part of self-love, right? When you forgive, you are choosing to love yourself, right? I heard this quote that said, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So when you don't forgive, you are actually killing off yourself. You're actually hurting yourself. There are a lot of persons that have sickness and that require medical attention, right? And it's because of unforgiveness in their heart, right? So you have to get up every day and making that decision that you are going to forgive, because what that does, it you are giving yourself permission to enjoy your life, to live your life, right? To get into the it frees you to get, like, for example, get into a new relationship and to really enjoy that relationship, right? Not to punish the other person, because sometimes we punish someone else for what someone else did, right? And we not only punish that person, but we also punish ourselves, because we deserve better. You deserve better, right? You deserve to be in a relationship and to really give yourself fully to that person. Right, so that's what I want to share. Thank first of all asking that question. If you have a question that you'd love for me to answer, you can share it in the comment section or reach out to me, right, on Facebook, or I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Eston Swaby, email coacheston@gmail.com. So I'm looking forward to having a conversation to answer your question. And if if you're looking for coaching support to heal that wound, right, to release all hurts, then I would love to have that conversation with you. You can reach out to me, that you're interested in coaching, and we'll have that conversation. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you on the next one.